Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. As you already know, I am George Onibe. And I keep resounding certain things not because you don't know, but for the sake of posterity. I am simply a society value advocate. We want everybody's value to be respected, to be maintained, enhanced on, built on for good. And ultimately, in a time like this, where disinformation and propaganda has become the order of the day, where we have some criminal element who believe that all they need to do is to push the wrong narratives and everybody will fall for it. And honestly, a lot of people are falling for lies, deceit, manipulation, and now they are hallucinating. If we keep quiet, our values will be lowered. But if we continue doing what we are doing, those of you who are on the negative path, on the left side of our path, journeying, you will hate us for a while. We know that. You will not approve of us. You will insult us. You will talk down on us. Believe me, we prepared our mind for that. And we will gladly accept it. But for those of you who are being delivered, at the end of your insult, you will come to your senses. And this is the confidence assurance we have. We will continue doing what we are doing. And finally, we will not allow you to deceive another person again. None of you will be allowed to sell the next generation of Nigerians. And now I want us to quickly look at the message I titled, Two Types of Nigerians. We have two kinds of Nigerians. There are the ones who are expertise, they are professional when it comes to demarketing Nigeria. They will never talk anything good about Nigeria. And sometimes you begin to wonder, does it mean there is nothing good about Nigerian for us to talk about? But you go to their platform, you go to their group, you go to their league, you go to their gang. They begin to tell you how bad Nigeria is, how hopeless Nigeria is, how useless Nigeria is. You see this kind of people, that is what they will get from Nigeria. And yet there are another group of Nigerians who in the midst of this hullabaloo, in the midst of this despair, they rather choose to see good about Nigeria than to fault Nigeria. And now, I'm not telling you any of them is right or any of them is wrong. I am telling you that what you prepare your mind to accept is what you will get. First of all, let's look at it this way. We were not Nigerian before now. And I'm sure that about 100 years ago or 200 years ago, nobody is a Nigerian for God's sake. And so Nigeria is still a work in progress. But if I come and say, we Nigerians, you can fault me and say nobody is a Nigerian. And that is in the past. But you see today, there are people known as Nigerian. We have no choice than to accept that we are Nigeria and ultimately make it work. We can change the course of history, correct the errors of the past, and giving or creating an atmosphere where the next generation of our people can be the author of their destiny. Somebody came and said, you people are Nigeria. But the truth is, who were we before we became Nigeria? You don't even know. And so there are a lot of cock and bull story, but I don't blame you. The Africans, before their name was called Africans, who were we? Because I know that 2,000 years ago, I don't want to over-exaggerate, nobody is African, nobody is American, nobody is Malaysia, Indonesia, Morocco, all this name, nobody was that. It is a product of conquest, a people who never love you, a people who never mean you well, they gave you name. But these people have been able to outlive their enemy. They've been able to outlive the edict of the imperialist. And so somebody can come out today and tell you, proudly, I'm American. Not because America does not have dark histories of the past, but because they've been able to conquer the history of the past that would have brought shame and disgrace. It's not as if it's a heaven, no. And some people come today and say, we the African, proudly African. What was the name of Africa before one Roman emperor conquered the continent and imposed his father's name, Africanus, and now we are Africans? Nobody complained of answering Africa. I've never seen any African man saying, I am not an African, because they don't even know the name of where they come from. I'm coming. And so the entire Africans don't even know the name of this country. All you hear is, I call them cock and bull story, because they are not very sure. And some will say it's the Kemite, and some will say it's the Kush, some will say it's the different name, but they are not sure. But I don't blame them. Those who invaded Africa in the eras before now, when a nation or a people are conquered, they erase their history. And we are victims of such violence, human against human. And then all of a sudden, the last time I checked, when you check the history of Nigeria, believe me, or rather Africa, you can see like Zulu Empire, you can see like the Zamfara Empire, you can see like the Benin Empire. And ultimately, you can see like the Biafran Empire. But the Biafran Empire of the ancient map is not in Nigeria. Nigeria is not part of it. But we know why all this manipulation. And now, We are now Africans. The eras of empire is gone. And then we find ourselves in this country you call Nigeria. And these are people mostly found within this ancient empire. It would have been easy for us to continue living our life, forging ahead the future for ourselves, being able to amicably put into process what will make us part our way, if that is what it takes. We are not the only one who suffered in the hand of the imperialists. The Chinese and the Japanese were once one country, now they are divided, and both of them are doing well. The Indians and the Bangladesh were once the same country, now both of them are doing well. Are we going to talk about the Palestinian and the Israeli? Are we going to begin to talk about the Korea, the North Korea, and all the other countries who have passed through this process? But there is something they know. There is something they fail to do. We know those things, but we have failed to do the right thing. But they did the right thing. And now, having created this scenario, accept it with your full chest. My brother, you are in Nigeria. If you like, shout Biafra from here till tomorrow. Before that dream will come, we will go back to the table to negotiate. We are one Nigeria. Deal with it. But you see, the reason why I decide to make you see two types of Nigerians is for you to know the path you will choose. The word we speak are very powerful. And God has clearly said to them, that which I hear you say, I will do for you. Read your Bible. You read the word of God. Religion becomes relevant today, irrespective of the kind of religion you are associated with. Whether you're a Muslim, you're a pagan, you're a Christian, whatever religion, it's still relevant today, despite the manipulation, the flaws of religion. It's still relevant because it is spoken word. And how you embrace it ultimately will determine what you benefit. Let me digress. If you look at the Bible, for instance, as a Christian, when you read the Bible economically, you can never be poor. But your pastor does not expose you to economic section of the Bible. All they tell you is giving, charity session. And if your faith, if your confession is not strong enough, charity version of the Bible will not help you. But you see, on the economic version of the Bible, you cannot know that angle of the Bible and be poor. And so each time they tell you the Bible is fake, it's useless, they're hiding some truth from you. They are depriving you the privilege of knowing some truth. Let me educate you a little bit. There is a chapter in the Bible where Jesus talked about the 100-fold. He said 3 men went out and sowed seed. And when they came back, one had 100-fold, another had 60, and then another had 30. And Jesus concluded by saying, to he that have much, much will be given. But they all went to sow. One of them profit was 30%. Another profit was 60%. And then yet another person in the same line of business was 90%. But if you check the 60 plus the 30, it's 90. So the profit of one man even is bigger than the profit of the two others. Jesus in that very teaching was trying to make the disciples to understand that in business there is multiplication. And there are so many things you can do to prosper. That is just a way to cite it. But I will not go deep into that before I turn this to church service, which is not. When you view the Bible historically as a history book, you will know the history. But it's not about the history. If you look at the Bible as a medical book, it will surprise you the secrets that are hidden in that book called the Bible. And when you view it as a literature book, I tell you, no literature, nobody, from Azizi Kunene, none of them, no poet, nobody, no Wolunshi have been able, no Chinua Achebe have been able to, the level of literature in the Bible, no, it depends on what you want. But all these things are all about the vocal power. And this is what many people don't know. Now, let me explain to you how it works so that you get it clearly. I went to a beloved brother's platform yesterday because we do go to and fro, listening to their lies or their truth in order to help you, a fellow Nigeria. At least I've been able to establish one truth for you. Whether you like it or not, all of us are one Nigeria. The earlier we make it work, the better for all of us. Any one you choose, continue, you will get what you want. And this very brother I'm saying, his name is Uchuka Fomefo. We have been on the platform of Biafra agitation. Believe me, he's a man I respect. Till tomorrow morning, I respect him. And even when he make a broadcast and insult me, I will still respect him. But this is the reason I'm bringing it up this morning, because in one of his broadcasts he made recently, he was talking about marginalization, that Igbos are marginalized. And some people say everybody is marginalized. He went on to say that, but the marginalization of the Igbo people is unique, is different. It's different from the marginalization of every other ethnic group. Yes, he's correct, but I will not agree with him. I'm drawing it out so you understand. Igbos are marginalized. I respect this man so much because when he noticed what was going on in Biafra agitation, he constantly promised us that he will not allow the heart of that project to see corruption. But he was there. The heart of the project did not only see corruption, he saw decay and rottenness. He didn't even know. But he was a good man. He is a good man. But to me, if I'm in the position to advise him, I will beg him. All those things he's dragging, it's a weave that will never be. Number one, nothing like Biafra. Number two, there is nothing like Igbo unity. Number three, the earlier we come home and deal with Nigeria, the better. We have tried Biafra agitation. Corrupted by Nnamdi Kanu, immediately P2B and Atiku came. Nnamdi Kanu sealed us, delivered us, and documented us. Igbo were not marginalized. They move on to political participation. P2B left Atiku and started the disobedient movement. And you see all of you who are P2B fans, let me warn you before I continue. Leave my page, insult me, and move on. Don't ask me to leave Peter Obi in what I'm saying, because I'll begin to see you as these Biafra people. Just my candid advice. And so when Atiku and P2B, after delivering, documenting, amalgamizing us, did not work, P2B pulled off. Because articulation actually paved way for obedient movement. Most of you are ignorantly jumping up like, obedient, now you are doing coalition. Come and coalite. We are waiting for your coalition. Begin to spend the money, because this time you will spend pounds. Come and coalite. Because Nigerians are fools. And then from the obedient movement, they switch to Igbo unity. Go and follow the Igbo unification criminals and check what they are doing. If actually they are trying to unite Igbo, or their body language is that of Biafra people. I went to one of their platform, the one they call Almighty. He wrote a post and said, during the Nigerian Biafra war, there is one Major General, Samuel Ogbumudia, who is a Benin man. He killed Igbo people. I wrote on their comment section and said, gradually you people are showing yourself. Must it be Benin people who kill Igbo people? But they are lying. Because Samuel Ogbumudia is not a Benin man. I know many Benin people don't even know that Samuel Ogbumudia is not a Benin man. His mother is Benin. His father is Ebake man. Abo man, Unya Abo. And you people are claiming that Ebake is Igbo. It's Ibakere now. Ebake is Anyoma. We are not arguing. So, Igbo unity beggar, why does he reach calling a spade a spade? Ogbumudia has to become Benin man. But we already know how all of you function. It is like the case of Chukwuma Nzogo. When you want to talk about it on a dark light, it's a Niger Delta man. But when you want to look at those who benefited, he becomes an Igbo man. Who the heck is deceiving who here? And so, coming back to what we were saying, all these people will go back from that Igbo unity beggar. They are trying to turn to coalition. They are all the same. They have only one weapon. And that weapon is to demarcate the existing structure. Look at coalition. They don't have anything to tell Nigeria other than to now remind us that where is Tinubu's source of income? Tinubu did not go to school. Tinubu have drug case in America. Tinubu is suffering Nigeria. They don't have anything to tell us. We know problem. Everybody know the problem around us. But what the world lack is solution. They don't have solution without pointing to the problem. And so the world is tired of people who analyze problem. They're looking for those who have the solution. And so the first type of Nigerians you see are those Igbo Biafra, most especially. You see them, they come out, they tell you Nigeria is useless, Nigeria is rubbish, Nigeria is this one, but they want to die inside Nigeria. Nigeria is useless. They're fighting to be president inside the useless Nigeria. Nigeria will never go for. Of course, you saw the Igbo man in South Africa telling you he's a Biafra. And as a Biafra man, I want them to win Nigeria because I don't want anything good to happen to Nigeria. And I knew you are in Nigeria. That man is Igbo man. Oh. I made a post I downloaded from Brekete. He was saying something that before they said, in fact, he said Igbo people call Hausa people Alamajiri beggars. But today, Igbo women are making baby factory. They train the children and then they transport them to Abuja and sample them on the street and be begging money. So who is the real Alamajiri? Did you not see the post, the picture? Did you not see the video? And all these atrocities are going on. And these are the same people who are bad marketing Nigeria. They will come out and tell you, Nigerian military is killing us, Nigerian Boko Haram kill us, the Fulani herdsmen are killing us, but they know they are the one killing themselves. The governor of Edo State simply said, P2B, don't come to my state without clearance. Hey, he's talking to Ndibo. Look at that Kenneth, the one the mouth reach from ear to mouth. He's telling, it's unacceptable, it's an shot on Ndibo, it's an shot on Ndibo. No, you not did this country. If I come now, I tell Igbo people, there are a lot of idiots among you. They say, how can you cause Igbo? How can you do this? How can you? But I'm advising you people, the same way I'm advising Nnamdi Kanu and the rest of them. The earlier you coordinate yourself, the better. Because drastic reaction with drastic action. Today, you can't solve Nigerian problem because there are a group of Nigerians who say they are Igbo Biafra. They must upset the balance, just that they are not ready for what is coming for them. Mark my words. And now, drawing back what I said about what Uche Okafor said, and let me ask you people a simple question. Are the Igbo people the only people in Nigeria? Why is it that anything that concerns them must become another thing? You know, maybe in my next broadcast, I will give you reasons why Igbos are being hated. And the hatred has never started. You can cry from night to tomorrow. If you don't change your way, you don't know what you are doing to the next generation of your people. Continue. Our duty is to expose you, confront you with the truth. Your hypocrisy will be exposed. Now, let's look at it this way. Igbos are not the only ethnic group in Nigeria. Because I am not Igbo. I am Abo man. I am a Ka man. I cannot identify my suffering with the Igbo because we have suffered more than the Igbo in Nigeria. But we don't have a voice. We are not loud. And so Abo people can't even shout. Abo, that is a colonial district, even before there was anything like Onitsha, not to talk of Anyoma, Abo is almost relegated to the background. Let us be sincere. If you hear about ancient Benin Empire, if you hear the name Benin City, be sincere. Is there anything city inside that Benin City? No, they are not marginalized. This is where I come from. Now, let's look at the South-South region. Who produced the fuel that runs this nation called Nigeria? It's from the minority. South-South region, most especially. What do we have to show for it? It's not marginalization. We have cried in time past, divide Nigeria. Isaac Adakaburu died for it. We have cried in the time past and say we need the Bill of Rights. Ken Saro-Wiwa died for it. We have cried and said we need resource control. People died. Each time we talk, people die. We are not crying, we are marginalized. Nobody is saying we are suffering. We are not marginalized. The only time we had the opportunity of producing the president of Nigeria, it is coincidence. Coincidence that out of shame, they allow him to go one tenure. The only one tenure president Nigeria has ever had. Aside the other diplomatic president like Sheniko and Abdul Salami Abubakar. But under the 1999 democratic setting, we had the one privilege to bring only one man who is one tenure president because they have to conspire against him. He's a woman, he's a weakling, but we don't blame them. That is good luck, Iberi Jonathan. But yet, the fuel that runs this nation come from our land. So we most people are more marginalized than us. Who is deceiving who here? But they know how to use the weapon of the mouth. They use it to tear everything down. But you will fall for them. And some of this reason is the reason why people are paying attention. Today, when you talk about the political imbalance, who created it? Igbo man. Until Agu Yoronsi, through his military decree, destroy the federal system of government and turn it into what you have, Unity One Nigeria now. Were we like this? They were healthy competition. The Yorubas were striving to build a more developed Nigerian front than the North and the East. And everybody was like, let's see what we can do. Until Agu Yoronsi and Ojukwu upset the balance. And even when Buhari, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, was brought into office after the Civil War, which was a product of Igbo man, what happened? Was it not Igbo man that was choosing to be Alhaji Shehu Shagari vice president? Or we don't know about Alias Ekwime? When they want to destroy Midwestern region, was it not Igbo man who supervised it? Or did Alias Ekwime not tell on and then giving us Bender State? And then when they want to destroy Bender State, the same Alias Ekwime not call us South-South. They are marginalized. Oh, Igbos are marginalized. Everybody hating the Igbo. But let's be sincere. Who is more marginalized? Is it Idoma man? Is it Igala man? Is it Abo man? Is it Ijo man? Is it Urobo man? Is it Benin man? All these people we are minority. Yes, we know. We are scam. Igbo Biafra people call us scam. That if you are not part of the Wazobia, you are a scam. And then they want us to join them and say, yes, Igbos are marginalized. But yet you people are the one who is tolerated and welcome everywhere despite the fact that you defile and corrupt our public place. You insult us, spit on our face, in our own space, and yet we keep you quiet. Why won't you be crying? Now let me tell you, if you say you are Igbo, know this truth and have peace. There is no level of backmarketing anybody will backmarket Nigeria. We all have to deal with this Nigeria issue once and for all. We all those your papa, Nigeria can't work, Nigeria is useless, let them win Nigeria, it's our one Nigeria, and we have embraced it with our full chest. Change your ways. You are not the only ones in Nigeria. Let me tell you some of the places where you are causing problem for yourself. A Yoruba person will have money. I don't even know how Adenuga look like. Adenuga, I don't know how he look like. I don't know how, let's say it's only Dangote, I know how he look like. And there are other millionaires. Somebody like Mrs. Alakeja, the richest woman in Africa, a Yoruba woman. I don't know how they look like. We even hear their name secretly. Do you know Tiwa Danjuma's daughter is even richer than the whole Niger Delta? Tiwa Danjuma's daughter is even richer than the whole Niger Delta. And more, we don't even know who she is. I can tell you, if you know wealthy people Yoruba have, you not see them. They pretend as if they are not there. But let one Igbo man have 1 million. You hear Odogu that is not even your language. You claim it. How many Igbo people know that Odogu is not Igbo language? And you are not doing this thing because of God has blessed you. It's your right to be proud. You are anything, but you are doing it to spite on other people. Awusa is Alamajiri. Now you are doing baby factory, pregnanting your sisters and your siblings and your king's men, and you now send the children to Awusa land and sample them on the road to beg money. Is money everything? Must money be everything? Who does that? All of us are Nigeria. Everybody is minding his business. Igbo person will come out. The richest tribe in the world, Igbo. What is your problem? And the people you are using your post to insult, you want them to keep quiet. The most intelligent tribe, Igbo. You can conquer some ethnic group who think they are Igbo now. We will liberate them. Because you are the one causing the problem for yourself. We are trying to do election now. Look at the people who are trying to destroy Tinubu. It is somebody like P2B Igbo now that are trying to associate, coalesce with other tribes to bring down Tinubu. Why must he be you people? Why must he be you? Nobody is marginalizing it. You are the one causing the problem for yourself. Now the Kano started building terrorist group. We started complaining for you. We started telling you people, Uchoka from a photo do na the Kano. You cannot raise an armed group because you are a non-state actor. I told you Nnamdi Kanu, I said to give the youth gun is not the problem. Come and collect it. We have seen it happen in several occasions. There were times in Rivers State in a particular era, some politicians bought gun and empowered the Uniport students. It took time. In fact, I think it was Chibuike Amechi who fought to retrieve those guns. It was not a day's job. And so it's not giving people gun. Tell Nnamdi Kanu, let him come and collect those guns now, because one of those guns will be what will bring his ending. And you people will just say, Eastern Security, they are defending us. I hope that or not is being defended by unknown government of Eastern Security. And now you still look for a way to tell, oh, Nigeria is the problem. Oh, Nigeria. Let me tell you, Igbos are not marginalized. Igbos are causing problem for themselves. And I think the blood of innocent people who die trying to say the truth is actually working against those of you who say you are Igbo. And so the other type of Nigerian, which is the one I'm using Igbo people as a reference point, is the one who talk bad about Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria do this. Oh, Nigeria blah, 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 blah. Majority of them are in diaspora. A majority of them are not useful to themselves in diaspora. And so they want to destroy here and come back as a loser and tell you that American or Europe or wherever steal their property because of Nigerian problem, and they know what they are doing. Where I come from, there is an adage that say, Ofeneha ajanjono. Ofeneha ajanjono. I know Igbo man will not understand it, but yet I'm Igbo, I must be Igbo. It's Igbo dialect, yet they don't understand it. Ofeneha ajanjono. But let me teach you. Your mother's soup cannot be bad in your mouth. Some of us, our parents don't know how to cook food. They can't make soup. But there is an adage that say, no matter how bitter, how sour your mother's soup is, you will lick it with your full tongue and you will lick it. It must be sweet in your mouth. And that is how to know that this is your mother. You can't criticize your mother's soup. And if you people mean well for Nigeria, you will not criticize Nigeria. Even when it is right, even when it is wrong, you will your language, your body language will show that you are there to entreat the leaders and not to rebuke them. Because you don't rebuke an elder. Anybody who is your leader at any position is your elder. You will entreat them. And so those of you who have set up gang, all you do is you badmouth criminal. There is one of them here. Let me look at Ike Chukwueze. He say you are in pain because of what you did in IPOB. Hunting, you will cry more and more when Anyoma will join the East. Amazen and the Kano come out. Befell and now look at that Eze. He's an Igbo man. I am in pain. Who is actually in pain? Who is actually in pain? And now for those of you who think you are Igbo, this is my advice for you, because you are the one we are trying to see first of all. Because you see this, the madness of Igbo Biafra, we will cure them one way or the other. But for those of you who have become Igbo, even when you are not Igbo, let me explain to you. During the time of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Aguiyoron Simonakwe, and Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, you were not Igbo. You were Igbo. That is when all of us was colonized. IBO, Igbo. International British Corporation. Accompanied by the imperialists to coerce all of us from Igala to Idoma to Eka to Anyocha to Simili to Ndokwa to Ikwere to Ijo, all of you, Ogoni, Oboborwa, all of you, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Ibibio, Igbo was all of you. International British Corporation. Let's assume Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ojukwu at that era felt they can manipulate everybody and all of us become Igbo. That is how we become Igbo. And then when the era of the war ended, some group of criminal Igbo people now change it to Igbo. IGBO. Because the Igbo, they could not tell you what it means. They couldn't tell you what it means. So what did they do? They decide to change it to suit their narrative. And now they say that they are Igbo, IGBO. Ask them, what does Igbo mean? It means different things. It can mean Igbo goof in their hand. It could as well mean, what do you call it? Igbo, to prove that they are ancient people. They want to tell you they are ancient people. A people without history. A people who don't know where they come from. Some come from Costa Rica. Some come from Jamaica. Some come from Israel. Some are children of Abraham. Some come from, only God knows. They don't know their history. And the moment they create this thing called Igbo, many ethnic groups who are not Igbo were consumed. And now when you are dealing with an Igbo man, it tells you I'm an Igbo man. Please be very careful. It's like when you are dealing with Christian. Somebody you are having business with, you say, I'm a Christian. Please be careful of that person. Because the Christians did not go about telling people they are Christian. It is their lifestyle that shows they are Christian. Go and look at your Bible when Paul went to Antioch. It was there they called them Christian. Igbo was formed when their criminality of Biafra was concocted. They want to get a history for themselves because they don't know who they are. And so they conquered those people within the Southeast region who has believed they are Igbo now. And when you want to deal with them, this is how you deal with them. I say, young man, where do you come from? He said, I'm from Amandoba. Respect that person because he knows who we are. And then you see somebody say, where do you come from? He say, I'm from Oka. Respect them. No, let them tell you the name of their community because all of them are not Igbo. Abreba people are not Igbo. They are Akwa Ibom people. But now they must accept to be Igbo. Even Igbere people are not Igbo. Go and ask Bende people and Igbere people. They are not Igbo. Aruchuku, who's supposed to be the face of this ethnic group, have been mesmerized. We know about the crisis in Ihechowa, Ototo Aziz. The moment they form this Igbo, that is where the problem starts. And these people forming this Igbo, they don't want to settle for anything. They are the one who almost 90% are insulting everybody, demarketing Nigeria, and making us lose respect. They give birth to a baby in the factory, train them, and tell them to go and push drug. That is why 99.9% of people who die in drug trafficking, nobody sees their family. No family mourn, nobody talk to them. They are product of baby factory. They come to your community and begin to pregnant your sisters, giving birth to people they will use to destroy you. Continue, you are in love. And when we tell you, oh, he hate us, he hate us. Look at our country, the only country we have now. Look at what they are doing there. Go to their platform. Follow them. You will get what they are getting. Am I telling you Nigeria is a perfect country? But I'm trying to tell you, even though it's not a perfect country, who are the people responsible? My father once told me, your fault as a son is my failure as a father. I really didn't understand what he meant. Now I know better. And every mistake I make is because he was not there on time. And every mistake we go through as a country, as Nigeria, is because somebody did not rise up on time. We know what they plan for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We know. But where are they? We'll come and call him blah 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 blue blue blah 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 where they shake. I think on they shake. It is not the military that stops it. It is not the social media. Because Buhari in his lifetime had all these things. But there was no people to counter this criminal. They don't know who they are. Don't follow them. They have started again. They are now coalition political party. We are waiting for them. They have started spending money, pushing false narrative, lying everywhere. If you are planning to join coalition, my brother, come out body. Go and join PDP, go and join APC. At least that thing they started, let them end it. But if you allow them to metamorphose, because the last time I checked, PDP and APC are the same thing. They tried to form obedient party, which did not work because somebody has met them. Now they are trying to metamorphose. It becomes Trinity. Nigeria will have problem because when you are able to be triangulated in any circumstance, three things get involved. You are not going out. Nothing like coalition. Let them go back to PDP and clean their mess, or let them remain in APC and clean their mess. If you join them, we will be here to analyze it for you. Nothing like coalition. When they are talking, they will be shouting, when we come, we'll show the youth of Nigeria. The highest they can do is to share money for you. These are one type of Nigeria. And then this is the type of Nigeria all of us should be. When you analyze Nigerian problem, analyze it as somebody who has concern. Not even as somebody who is losing anything or who has anything to benefit. Somebody who has concern. Then you cannot badmouth Nigeria. I wonder when American person will say, oh, the American people are useless. How could you say so? And that is the only reason we cannot come out here and tell you, oh, the Igbo people are useless. No. The Igbo Biafra are the problem. And as far as our mission and joining is concerned, we will respect you when you tell us your village name. After all, how did we become this thing that they now refer us to? You have to accept this truth. So we stop all these people back marketing Nigeria. All of them are Igbo Biafra. When Nigeria was created, we go to Lagos, which you already know. They say, where do you come from? I say, I'm from Abo. Yoruba person don't know Abo. Hausa person don't know Abo. I'm trying to describe Abo. I will now say, you know, when you pass Benin, you now pass Abudu. The moment you pass Abudu, you now reach Abo. They still don't know Abudu. So how can they know Abo? And then I will now say, when you pass Onitsha, you now reach Asaba. They say, oh, okay, Bendelibo. We say, yes, Bendelibo, so that they know us. All this knowing way they know us. Where did he lead us to? So my brother, even though your village name is Kwankwara Kunkuru, tell them I am from Kwankwara Kunkuru. If they cannot find it, at least they know there is a village like that. Let them deal with it. We hear about many names of countries we don't even know their location. And then we begin to say, okay, you are from Enumindwen. Where is Enumindwen? Which continent is Enumindwen? Oh, you are from Enumindwen. Good and fine. Be Enumindwen. Why can't we deal with this truth? Trying to prove you are something you are not. That is one of the way we get here. Nigeria has teething problem. And that problem is to expose these people who are trying to upset the balance. Why can't every Nigerian for once put their energy on the real challenge we are facing? But when it favors your people, there is no cry. But there are people that have been feeding on the misery of other ethnic groups. As far as Nigerian independence till today is concerned, you think we don't know the true history? You think we don't know what is happening?